what's up? I'm Gazbot, and this is Hardcore Week, Day 1! Hey, what's up? I'm Gazbot. I am an illustrator, an animator, a caricaturist, a toy collector, a cat owner, a person, a robot, a man, who knows? This is my Hardcore Week. I'm an artist for a living, but I also do art on the side for myself, which I'm trying to transition to make a living at maybe, but one of the things I do on the side is make prints and sell at shows. Another thing I do on the side is do my own independent comic called the Horror A4. It is a Kaiju comic, imagine Godzilla, that sort of thing. Actually, I have a copy of it right here. The Horror A4, big monster. So anyway, I finished issue 1, the Kickstarter was successful, I was very happy, very pleased with the support I received, and very thankful. Want to start working on issue 2. It is the middle of June right now. I want to start working on issue 2 hardcore come July. So what I'm going to do is try to get into hardcore mode between now and then using this week as Hardcore Week. And all that means is I'm going to finish up some long-standing things I needed to do. Today, I'm cleaning the bathroom. It needed to be cleaned forever. I'm going to do a new print, a new Godzilla print. I have a Godzilla show coming up this weekend. I want to have some new stuff to show. I need to do a piece of client work, corporate caricature. I need to get that done today. So those are the 3 big things I need to get done today, but a few other things. I'm going to do this every day this week. This is going to be my hardcore week. I'm going to do some housework, real life kind of stuff. I'm going to do some client stuff, and I'm going to get some prints ready for the show, with the hope that by the end of this week, I'll have taken care of all the real life stuff, all my client work, and got some new prints for shows, so that come July I can focus mainly on my new comic issue 2, right? So let's jump into it. Day 1 of Gazbot in Hardcore Week. Insert electrical effects here, which I will not. Hardcore laundry. What's next on the hardcore hit list? Well, cattail! Knocking out client work. This corporate caricature, based on her. Almost done, gotta do some shading. Then we're moving on! Okay, that caricature is done. I just sent it to the client. I have another one I have to do for them, but I'm gonna do it another day this week. And now I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes to respond to Facebook, YouTube, email, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully I could do it in 15 minutes, but I don't wanna get distracted doing social things. I just wanna respond to what I need to respond to, and then move on to cleaning the bathroom. I love the crazy lighting I get from my blinds. I have just finished the social media stuff, for lack of a better term. I ended up spending 25 minutes, which is 10 more than I wanted to. Most of it was the normal stuff, but I have this one client. I'm trying to get paid for 2 months, and it was a 1-day caricature job, and I've worked for that company before, and I do these all the time, and it's usually half up front, half of the day of the job, and it's 99% of the time that's fine. Once in a while they're like, oh, we forgot the check, and they send it to me a couple days later, whatever. This company I've worked for quite a while, had a good relationship, in every sense of the word. I liked working for them. They were good people. They pay me right away. But they've had some changes and some corporate buyouts and some personnel changes and all this stuff. And the last couple times I worked there, instead of having my check ready, they were like, oh, well, can you give us a week, or we'll send it to you, or can you send us an invoice, even though I normally just send them an email. Okay, here's the invoice. So anyway, this time, it's been almost 2 months. And the really frustrating part is that I keep getting, like when I was there, they're like, oh, we need you to fill out this new paperwork on site. So I did it. And then, I was waiting, and after like 2 weeks, I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we need you to fill out the tax stuff. I'm like, I did that when I was there. They're like, oh, I think you need to fill it out anyway. And a few days later, they're like, no, you did do it. You're okay. And then, like, a week goes by, I still have a check. Hey, what's going on? Oh, we need you to fill out paperwork. I thought you said I already did fill out the paperwork. Different paperwork. And we need a new invoice. I'm like, okay, here's the invoice again. And this has been going on for weeks. And so the last time I talked to them was last week, Thursday, Friday. Today's Monday. And they're like, we need a new invoice. And I'm like, I've sent you the invoice twice. So I sent them the invoice. Oh, because I put it in the body of an email. I'm like, that's no good. So fine, I made an attachment. And again, if this was their policy up front, that's fine. But this is stuff that's all being said to me after the fact. It's not like, I knew their procedure and I've been messing it up. Previously, it's just like, here's your check. So then they're like, oh, and also we need all this other new paperwork. And they sent me all this crazy paperwork for, like, their computer hardware company. They do things, like big manufacturing stuff. And then it was like a vendor thing of like, do you follow safety compliance? Are you an equal opportunity? I'm like, Why am I getting this? I'm one person. I'm an artist that came there for a few hours and drew cartoons. No, I'm not safety compliant. Why am I even getting this? But I filled it out with big, not applicable, sent it all back. Okay, we're good now, right? We need an invoice that's different, that's formatted this way. And I'm like, okay, send me the form then, because I've never used that. I don't have that form. Send me the form. I'll give you another invoice. Also, they're like, yeah, and also you're asking for X amount of money, but we have you down for this amount of money. And I'm like, yeah, because I worked overtime. I told you that previously. It was approved on the day of. You know, like, this is not, like, again, I've mentioned this before. And so I'm like, the discrepancy is overtime, which we've discussed. Also, this invoice you sent, like, I did not make this. This weird format that you have, not mine. I didn't do it. It has my name on it. Somebody obviously made it for me. Maybe they said, oh, well, he needs to get paid. I'll make up an invoice. Great, nice of them. But I don't have it. So I just sent a thing, and I'm like, you know, it's been 2 months. I'm getting kind of frustrated. This wasn't... Oh, here's the other thing. They used to not have... Now they have a what do you call it? A 2-month pay period. Basically, you do work, you get paid 60 days later, which I think is garbage for any company to do, and it's just this crummy tactic, but whatever. If that was their policy up front and I agreed to it, fine. I didn't. Never have before. And what's funny is, and I said this, I'm like, that's never been the case before. And they said, no, we've changed our policy a month ago. I worked for them 2 months ago. So I worked for them, they dragged their feet, I didn't get paid, then they changed the policy, so now I have to wait 2 months. It's a mess, and it's a real shame, because like I said, I've talked about them on videos before as being like one of the best places to work, and they do so much for their workers, and everybody's friendly, and it's like a great company, and I feel like this is the beginning of the end, because they've been bought out by someone else, and this is an indicator of now everything's red tape, and no one's paying attention, and, you know, I hope they stay a good company, but mainly I hope I get paid. Anyway, that took longer than I thought, and now I'm gonna go clean the bathroom. Okay, I moved the wash into the dryer, I made the bed, I took out the trash that was in the bathroom, the recycling and the regular, as well as some other trash I needed to take out, checked the mail, and I sort of dusted the floor. The bathroom tends to get a lot of dust and fuzz all over the floor, so I kind of dusted it because I've previously found that if I mop it, it turns into a kind of muddy gross. But what I haven't done before, what I'm going to try now, is also vacuum. So yeah, working on clean the bathroom, moving on to vacuum mode. Go. Bathroom mid-cleaning. I got most of the heavy stuff done. I got to mop the floor and clean the inside of that, which then results in a shower. It's like 3:30. Just finished with the bathroom, shower, all that stuff. Got to take out some garbage, but I'm going to take a break, have some potato chips, and then I have to answer some emails, work-related emails I see have come in. I haven't read them, but I see they need to come in. So, and I still got to work on a print. So that's where we are. Hardcore. Hardcore! Ah! Look, it's blue. You see this situation? That's why my potato chip break was a half hour instead of 10 minutes. The Star Commander situation. Now I gotta get up. Now it's a little after 5. And I'm working on the new print, which is an 8x8 Rodan from Godzilla. I had previously done a 15-minute warm-up sketch that came out really well, and I was happy with it. So I decided to repurpose, to cut my workload, and I'll take that and develop it into the style, which is sort of a grayscale faux watercolor style with a little bit of splash color of the series I've been doing of headshots of monsters and kaijus and things, so I figured it would fit in there. And I think that's a good idea, to try to repurpose art when you can, but it's weird because the way I did them previously was I'd build up from a big fat brush with a low opacity and sort of a gesture and keep going and going pass after pass until I was a really pure black fine tipped point. But because I had this rough, I'm sort of trying to recreate that look from the other end of it. So we'll see how it goes, but that's what I'm working on now. I wanted to have it done by 6:30. We'll see if that can happen. What? Who? Did you tell them I was busy? Well, what did they say? They always say that. I've told you. I've been working on Rodan. I made good progress. It's about 6:15, and it's mostly done, which is good. I thought I was going to have to go pick up dinner or make dinner, but Q, my wife, is on her way home, and she's like, do you want me to pick up Taco Bell? Which she never does. She never asks that. And I'm like, that's perfect, because it'll give me enough time to just finish this up and then eat. Let me show you something, though. This is where I'm at with it, and it's not bad. I'm still not sure it matches the style of the others. It's in the ballpark, though, in terms of being a grayscale. I'm worried it's a little bit too much comic book and a little not enough watercolor. But one thing I did was actually I have this yellow layer on, is I turned on the original undersketch, which was sort of a maroon, and I feel like that, I'm gonna leave it. I was gonna get rid of it, but it gives it a little bit of a pop of color and just another like dimension of texture. I'm going in and I'm erasing a couple lines like here, like ones that, you know, were obvious construction lines, but I feel like that brought me a lot closer to being ready to have it be done. So I gotta throw in a little bit of splash of color, and then hopefully I can call this done by the time Q gets here.
And then I'm taking out the trash. Hardcore! Q's on our way home with Taco Bell. I finished the print. At least it's finished unless I go back and change it. But it's done, it's sized, it's good. It's maybe not great. And I took out another load of trash, and I'm gonna see if I can do a few other things before she gets back. Oh yeah, change the cat litter too! Hardcore!
Yo, what's that? Clean dishes? You want to be put away?
I can do that for you! Hardcore!
And then a pile of laundry.
The stuff I cleaned earlier, now I'll put it away! Hardcore. What now, Bright? Q came home. She brought Taco Bell. We ate that. We watched some TV. We watched some John Oliver, a couple episodes, 3 episodes, more than I planned on. Then I finished up the dishes. I put some dirty dishes in there. And now, in an attempt to continue being hardcore, I'm going to finish working on a Gazbot in Japan video that I had started. I am going to film the US segments that I need to explain what's going on and kind of fill in the gaps from the raw footage and pictures and things. Look, I'm one of the Beastie Boys. I finished filming that Japanese US footage I was talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and import that, but I'm going to make this video now. So I may work on that video more today in my hardcore mode, but I wanna put this up for day 1 of Hardcore Gazbot. Or week of Gazbot.